I gotta find a way to get that transition smoother. But welcome back. I'm Alex. I'm the main composer here at Pocket Bard. I gotta turn my headphones down because I'm coming through pretty loud. Um, yep. So Pocket Bard is a music and sound app designed for tabletop role-playing games to make your audio super easy, smooth, and adaptive. Um, what we're working on today is probably the last time that we will be, at least for a very long time, that we will be working on new music for the Fantasy Essentials scene Forest. So that's one of the free scenes within the app. All of the stuff that you just heard in the intro was music I've just written for it that's new over the past week. And I think we need one more track before we have a really solid amount of music in this scene. So my goal is to get about a minute and a half of music finished here today from start to finish. And what I'm going to do is actually pull in, let's see. Yeah, grab a previous track. I'm going to have to make this, let's just go to my desktop. So I'm going to take a track that I want to make sure that we have something that comes after it. So let's use this one. This is the 6th track. Let's make sure this lines up. So one measure earlier. So basically how we're going to get started is by coming up with some imagery or something in the forest that we're trying to represent musically. I've already got some kind of we've already got quite a bit. So we want to have something that both fits what we already have, but also adds a little bit of a new texture or dimension to it, a little bit of a new part of the story. So one thing that let's kind of listen to the ending of the previous track, which we've got here, and think about where it's going. So having that timpani coming in, I feel like there's a sense that it kind of like opens up in the upper register. There's not as much going on. We've got the timpani kind of pushing the motion with a dun 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 dun. The choir having a little bit of like kind of magical elements. This to me feels like we're going a little bit deeper into the forest. So maybe we can expand on that that little motif there in the harp. Dun, dun, dun. Let's start there with just a melody. That's one of the main ones in the app. Yeah, let's just bring that in. On the Celeste there. So again, going deeper into the forest. Yeah, actually, I don't want that to continue there. I think we should have a kind of texture open up as maybe some tremolo strings representing. So there's this melody. This is us, right? This is the party going into the forest. So let's add maybe. So we're basically implying an E minor here. What if we went to E major though? Or not, Could go to B flat. B minor, that'd be a little weird. Or not weird, but a little dark. And the chord I'm hearing is... So we've got this here coming from it, maybe... So the string chord underneath. That's a little dark, the D minor. Maybe it's a little bright. That's interesting, going from the E flat minor to F major. So it'd be like a... Let's try that. Let's just kind of voice lead that chord. Okay, so I don't know what we did there after that, but let's bring the viola in. So I want to make sure we're not having all the voices going to F here. And then that last note we'll want to change that down to an F, put on a B flat. Okay, now let's go to the cellos. Yeah, that's too high to have that, that's too low in the range to have this major third. It's a little weird. I don't know why I can't hear. My session's like frozen. Let me just save so I don't lose this so far. And yeah, that's not, if we're gonna have that, we need it to be more like, maybe we're just hearing the, oh, we don't want another. That's another melody we had a little bit earlier. Could do something like that. Hello, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Hope California is going well. Yeah, I think the clarinet's actually better suited for that than the horn. Cool, that actually works nicely. We could go. So let's try to bring in the flute here. Maybe the horn actually. I don't know if we want to go that high yet. Maybe the bassoon actually. Yeah, there we go. That's much more foresty. We can just do something like that. Let's double that with the cellos. We'll have it be a bit softer than the bassoon. I do want the kind of character of the bassoon to come through more than the cellos. Those concertino cellos. Meant to go to an F sharp there. And we can kind of change the chord there. Let's just go kind of have a target chord here, which can be helpful when we're just trying to figure out and sketch out a piece. So maybe let's try to get a F sharp minor or major there, just so we can have a little bit of a target of. Maybe I'll just do a harp chord there. It's kind of an arpeggiated chord there on the harp, just so we can keep our target. And that will obviously be more of like a let's have the chimes come in there. Cool. And then I'm hearing there's this part in the last piece which is like this dum bum 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 bum. I think we should bring that in on the marimba here to fill out some of the motion here in the beginning. So we'll go basically. So those obviously won't all be E flats, and then we'll go down to up to F, and then make it major. Let's get these notes much more on beat. So eighth notes, quantize it like 65%. I think I wanted an A there at the end, not an F. I've been having a lot of triplets like da 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 in there, but this one's feeling a little bit more straight, like 16th notes. Dun, 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 dun. So let's quantize that like a little less, 58%. Okay, that was obviously not on. That's right, so it must be the glockenspiel that's off. Yeah, looks like it quantized that too. Okay. And then we need the timpani in there. Yeah, that works well. That fills out the bottom nicely. And we'll figure out the notes there later. Don't want to start to make it like that offbeat reggae thing. Like that offbeat marimba there already sounded too, you know, the it just too much there. I wonder if we could add an English horn to that. No, that would be too hard. Maybe a piano though. I think it's fine how it is. Okay. I think we should probably start with the horn coming in here with the melody to help out the Celeste. I didn't particularly like that performance. Let me try that again. A little loud, but it was okay. And I want it to be out by there. I want the horn to totally fade out. So I'm gonna turn the volume down. Oops. Volume down just a bit and have it fade out much more naturally towards there. I'm gonna give the timpani a little backup just with on the 1, 2, 3, on the 1 and 3. I'm gonna put it down really low in the bass's lowest register. Cool, and now let's quantize that because that did not feel quite. Let's quantize a little more, 76%. And let's also get that timpani quantize. So dun 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 dun. So 16ths, and let's go 69%. So that you hear that marimba there, bum bum bum. Let's get these notes a little bit louder, but also we could have it kind of continue up. So what if we had the piano continue that, so the marimba's bum bum bum. Yeah, I like that. It just kind of gives some more movement. And let's try to mix these together. Make sure that they fit together better. So let's listen to all the pitched percussion. Okay, that piano is not right. We want an E flat there. That first piano, just one doesn't feel right. I feel like it should come in earlier. Yeah, so basically I want it to kind of dovetail in with the marimba, creating this kind of evolution of the texture. So maybe we want it actually to play all the notes, but very quietly. So, but the marimba will kind of fade out as the piano fades in. So maybe we have the marimba go up, like getting quieter, quieter, quieter. Let's listen to how that sounds. All right, a little too much out at the beginning. And then we could have that start again. And we can have it kind of. And then I can go up to the A and help us change the chord here. Yeah, see, I like that first part better than the second part here where and then these can so yeah, let's keep going with that. I kind of like that. It's probably easier for me to copy and paste these. And just change the key. Whoops. I think we can keep that thing going because it's kind of cool. So we'll basically have these two groups of pitch percussion. So this will be some cool kind of textures. And then let's see what the next chords are. So then we've got basically the same thing but up on. Or is it still on? I didn't realize these were off. Oops, wrong note. So this is a new theme I realized I actually introduced in the Dwarven Kingdom scene, which is one of the upcoming new scenes. So I probably shouldn't overuse it here. Okay, so I think we're actually going to... So it's a... So we should basically be moving the root up. So this chord here is actually just an E flat minor. The next one here. So we'll bring this there. Whoops. And then we'll bring this back. Actually bring all of these over. So I'm going to call this deeper into the forest. And then we should have some kind of like glittery, interesting stuff up there. Okay, those transitions were not smooth. Oh, I'm gonna redo that. And then we can have some more of the glockenspiel, or the cool. So those I were playing in the wrong notes, but the eighth notes. Glockenspiel clashes a little bit with that, so maybe we could do. No, the harp sample I have doesn't sound very good at the lowest, or at the higher end. Yep, and then I think the cymbal swells will help add some more magic to this. I'm gonna have it come in earlier. Didn't particularly like how that sounded. Backed all the way too fast there. And faded out to not enough. So let's fix that. A little bit more of a swell there, and then fading out. Let's see if that sounded good. So let's see the chords there. The melody actually implies some interesting chords. Let's just play them in so we figure out what they are. So I think it's F sharp major. Oops. Probably F7 flat 9. I'm going to F or going to B flat minor 7 with a 9th. Maybe with an 11th. I could definitely see a more interesting chord here, like maybe trying to stretch my hands. So B flat F C is the 9th. We got A flat is the 7th, and then we got E flat is the 11th. I like that. I don't know. Maybe a closed voicing would sound better. Let's move it down. Oh, oops. I think it is a B flat minor, just I played an E. F major. So then so maybe F major to A flat augmented. That's probably good. Maybe then E major and then E minor. Yeah. So there we go. Then we got to where we were trying to be, an F sharp major. So cool, we voice led that. So we've got, I'm just gonna write in the chords here, so as we voice lead this it's a little easier. So F sharp major, F flat 9, F7 flat 9, probably would want to write this G flat major, but I'm just doing this for function, just to remember, not necessarily what would be the theoretical correct notation. And then I think this would be, do we want the 7th? I don't think so. So B minor 9, or B flat minor 9, and then that'll be F major. And then let's just say E augmented, because hello there, welcome back. We are working on more forest music. So this will be happy Tuesday. Welcome. If you have any input as like last time, feel free to engage. Appreciate you being here. We're a little ways into this. It's going pretty quick, honestly. Only an hour in, already got pretty fleshed out, like first pen measures of music. And right now we're voice leading out this part. I just kind of wrote some piano chords to try to, we had a goal chord, which was F sharp major here, when we were in the key starting out at E flat minor, I think. So then we've got an E augmented chord, and then E major, got the classic, and then it'll go to so E major, and I'm just writing these in the session to remember as I'm voice leading these in a minute, which we will do in a minute. So E minor, and then is it E minor or maybe E diminished? We'll say E diminished, and if that's too dark, we will edit that. So, and then I think we get to the F. There we go. So, to listen to what we've got so far, and a little bit of the track that comes before it, let's take a listen here so we kind of know how we want to orchestrate these chords. Timpani's a little loud. Cool. So we want to end at this kind of magical sound, and I don't want us to get too dramatic or too, too. I guess dramatic's the best word. Too melodramatic in this section. Like we're exploring a forest. It's not some operatic section. So I think yeah. So let's give that a try. Let's see if we can do a bunch of this. We've got the bassoon already, and the cellos kind of playing the melody. So maybe we can voice lead these chords in. We do have this cheat code here of this patch that's already has a rhythm for it. So we could just try to, maybe if I Yeah, this is definitely less, not as unsettling as the previous one. Um, after we finished that up, I made it a little less unsettling. I think in context, it's not quite as unsettling as it might feel just solo. I think when we have it in the forest context, it's gonna feel like kind of the stuff you were describing, like spiders and creepy stuff, but not full blown like horror. Um, so let's see what we're gonna do here. So let's mute this piano just because that's a little sounds bad. So let's have the bass notes. Let's put those in first so we can. Let's do something like that. Yeah, I think that would work nicely. If I can, we'll see how many of these I can do. Missed a couple there. Let's get the rhythm a little bit smoother. Let's quantize that a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. I'm with the vamp on this. We can just do some interesting stuff underneath that. Cool. Chimes are a little loud. So these, let's clean up this cello part because it's a little lagging. So I'm thinking maybe some string chords. Let's try to. So let's start with the viola. Starting F sharp, the root here, F, the root again, F, the fifth of this chord, root again, Cool, I messed up a little bit there, but generally did okay. I just want to go down to the... And then let's bring the violin tremolo in a little bit. So we're starting. Let's start on the third there. So we'll start on... Okay, so there's a sus chord there briefly. Also, this is not going to be an E diminished. This is going to just be an E minor. Let's try that again. Let's go for it. Yeah, definitely going for more of the kind of magical forest with all these kind of chimes and glockenspiel and stuff like that. I missed a note there in the previous one. So let's see. Okay. So now what do I want to... Let's try the horn for... I kind of want to have the horn on the melody there. Okay, yeah, let's try that. Whoops, wrong note there. Although a major seventh would be an interesting, nice note to land on, but not for the melody. Like if we put it up high, that might be nice up in the... Yeah, that's an interesting way to describe it. It sounds like the forest is another character, as if we need to interact with it more. Don't know how else to describe. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Let's try putting that flute note up on this major seventh, way up here on this F. So that's definitely basically in the F sharp major chord, we've got this. But we want to make sure that it's not clashing really. That's kind of the sound they used in the, like at one point in the Harry Potter series where he's like casting a Patronus. There's a major seventh that comes in like that. Okay, I got something there. Okay, little counter melody. Yeah, and exactly. And now I'm gonna probably go back into a little bit more. I like having these kind of moments of brightness. But then going back to a little bit more quirky, kind of interesting. So what I think we need there is I'm actually going to try to just double the marimba with the bass part here, just for time's sake. Because it does need a little bit more. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it so far, and yeah, feel free to stop in at any point. I'll be here till about 9. So yeah, again, appreciate you tuning in as always. Why can't I hear the triangle? Oh, okay. It is at 0 volume. That's why. Cool, so if we clean that melody up in the clarinet, we can get this to work. So then this will be just on a. I kind of like it going into the F sharp minor territory there. So we can have another line in here. So we're just trying to kind of create some interesting little quirky weird chords with this scale. It's kind of shifting between a like a mixolydian, basically with this flat 7, and like a Dorian sound with a minor with a natural 6. Oops, missed my entrance. Keep missing it. I'm just gonna have that as kind of a pedal tone here up as. Cool. And then this piano here, I didn't delete the roll the wrong notes in here because I liked something in there. What if we added the horn to that last one? You get an octave down. All right, so let's listen to this from the beginning and kind of think about what part in the journey we're at now. Just trying to. Cool. So turn off the click track. Yeah, well, I'll add that. Just kind of double the flute up there. Okay. I don't know. I like this music actually. I like what we've come up with. It's feeling a little bit villagey to me. Not the first part, but the honestly, I'm going to cut this part of this off. And basically make a village scene out of it, probably. Not village scene, but sorry, a village track. And kind of continue on separately with so then this will basically just be So I'm just gonna label this create marker village. It's got that sound. That's kind of the tonality that I established for the village. It's like it's that Mixolydian sound. So gonna keep that separate there. The piano too makes it sound like that. So let's just keep going separately here and figure out a different direction to go with this. Honestly, kind of want to copy paste a bit of this. Okay. Also, let's bring in, actually, I want to have the track that I'm kind of assuming will come after this also here, so we know where we need to intro. Okay, so we're going into A minor. Let's bring in the bassoon. Let's figure out where we want it to go. So back to a little bit of the quirkiness here. Very kind of like questioning. Maybe we could bring in the triplets here again. So the harp actually can't really play stuff like this in terms of changing the keys so fast. So let's have it kind of alternate. And then the Celeste can take over. Or maybe the... Might be a little much. But maybe not. Maybe that'll be cool if we add in some more like... Yeah, let's try that. And then quantize this 100%. Whoops. No, that's just kind of be... And we'll figure it out from there. So then we need, let's get these in the correct triplets. And then we gotta go to the mic stand's always kind of in the way here. See if I can get this. It's a little off. See if Quantize can fix it. Not too bad. Wonder if the piano would sound good. Should I have the 7th in there at the top of the... I think it should both be on the 7th. And then dun, boom, boom. I kind of want it like root position still. That one felt more off to me, but... I wonder if we could have a... we could bring back the kind of back and forth notes. Yeah, why don't we try that? I've been liking the sound of that. So let me keep an eye on the chords. I don't know if I want it to go into fifths there. The thirds I think is better. And then bassoon too, maybe. Or not. So I'm just gonna play this in, getting a bunch of notes wrong. So that kind of messed it up there. Let's just get the... Zip it. I don't know if we should let it be that happy here. Yeah, I think we need to go to it. Okay. Okay, so let's get some tremolo strings in here. It's a good key change there. Let's try that. So we're starting to shift into A minor. And I don't want this track to come in yet, so let's keep that out. But I do want us to modulate to A minor, so we'll have gone from E flat to A. Up a tritone. Nice. So I think it actually ends up at A there. So we want basically an E. So we're trying to imply E minor or E7. My pinky did not want to hit that note there. There we go. Let's bring in that classic melody, recenter us. Cool. not being able to play that too well there, but I can fix it here. Yeah. That's a marimba. A little, hits a little hard. We could double it on the xylophone. Here's what it sounded like if we doubled it up an octave on the xylophone. That's a little too much. I like just the marimba. But I am hearing. And then if we doubled that with the pizzicato strings. Maybe the timpani. Yeah. Cool. I do actually want to double that up though on the little turn the dynamics. Yeah, I think this is going pretty well so far. I like these sections that really trade off, like the last time we were doing. Piano's a little loud. Let's turn that down to make it more realistically balanced. There we go. Have any of them gotten stuck in my head? Yeah, definitely. Trying to think which ones though. It's usually not like too bad. I don't. Maybe, honestly, probably lately that the bassoon melody there that. Ba-da-da-da-bum. Okay. And then we could bring that back around. Also, this timpani needs to hold out. Yeah, come and go as you'd like. No worries. Let's see if there's any other melodies we have. Let's just mute. Like in this track. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'll use the high cellos there. Cool, yeah, this is gonna lead a lot better into this next track. match the choir there. So this sounds pretty sinister. This. But what if we make it not, right? So in the same way that a lot of the arranging I'm doing is trying to make some of the stuff darker, like some of the melodies and bright sounding stuff darker, this is always kind of a push and pull. So what we're going to try to do here is make this darker sounding melody actually sound less frightening. So we're going to actually harmonize it with major chords here. So basically like a so here we go. Let's try it. Could have it be let's fix it up now. And these are not the actual voicings I'm going to keep. I'll clean this up. Cool. So now we'll put that actually in like context. We'll just Yeah, I definitely want that at the end there, so I'm gonna. So let's try to get these all. Cool, almost. So. Cool. I like that. Yeah, it's really it's obviously it's the what makes stuff sound pleasing or unsettling. It depends on a lot of things. The key, the series of notes, like we were saying, this. Like that sounds kind of unsettling, I think, because it implies some diminished chords and stuff and augmented chords. But if we don't lean into that and we do the opposite, we can make it much brighter. So let's try. Let's put in the... And again, we can't, the harp actually can't play that. That would be really hard to play that fast because you have to change the pedals on it. So let's try something, a different instrument. I messed that up a little bit, but... So that's the Celeste or Celeste, I'm not exactly sure how to say it. It's like basically like a marimba, but metal keys, kind of like a vibraphone. It's what they used in the... kind of similar to a kalimba, but a bit different. This is like a... It looks like a piano kind of when you play it. The most famous use is definitely in Harry Potter. What's it like when I hear movie scores? I mean, it depends. I'm not somebody who's, when they're in the movies, is like super unable to focus on the movie when I'm listening. But when I'm listening to a soundtrack, I definitely notice stuff, whether I find it interesting or not. I usually find something that I like about it, whether that's the post-production, like the mixing or mastering. It's unfortunately a little rare nowadays. Not 30 years ago, it's a different story, but it's pretty rare that I find stuff that I find super compositionally interesting, because we've gone for a much more kind of simple style. So anything that John Williams does is super interesting to me. I really like kind of the blend of arrangement, like the composition of interesting harmonies, like chord changes that are like sounding like interesting, and just, I mean, if it's got movement, I really like it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the complexity, like musically, of scores has taken a sharp nosedive off a cliff. And I don't think it means the scores are worse, but to me, I find them far less musically interesting nowadays in general. They're much more kind of sound designy and just based on these big sounds, more than like really impressive orchestrations and arrangements. I think it's because there used to be a different kind of pathway to getting into film scoring. Like, you had to go to study like composition and stuff at the conservatory or something. So you were like probably playing piano since you were little. You'd need to be able to score read. You'd have to be able to orchestrate and really understand the orchestra. So somebody like John Williams has, been writing, or, Leonard Bernstein or people like that have been writing and involved in the orchestra and really studying composition. It's just, thousands and thousands of hours of studying and understanding. Whereas there's a lot of people that score AAA movies that basically have no background in that. They just are kind of doing, like, hop onto a program like this and just kind of make stuff that sounds good. There's certain things that are just inaccessible if you haven't studied music. It's like, you can't just know physics, really, if you haven't studied it. Somebody might have different intuitions around it, right? That might come more naturally to some people that get a little bit of information and understand a lot. So that's definitely true, and maybe that's what talent is. But it's not thinking about how to orchestrate a woodwind section in a atonal section you're not going to just be able to do that in a way that's super effective. So you're probably not going to do it. And you don't even necessarily, if you haven't studied it, you don't necessarily even know all the options that are open to you. Like, you have to study to know what you don't know. Otherwise, you're in the, the classic, I never can remember the name, but the graph where basically you don't know anything, so you don't know all the stuff you don't know. And then once you start learning, you realize, oh, wow, I don't know anything. I always forget the phenomenon, but like the actual name. But yeah, it's if I would recommend, if you want something that I really personally musically find really interesting, if you listen to the Seahawk score by Eric Korngold, now that is like amazing composition and orchestration. It's just, to me, it's on a different level than pretty much anything other than, if we're talking film scoring, anything on a level other than like John Williams or John Powell's great too. There's a lot of very talented people. A lot of the people I went to school with are incredible too. I guess I'm talking about what actually makes it onto the big screen usually. And it's partly, maybe it's just because of the nature of the movies that are popular right now, all of them being like superhero and stuff like that. But it's called The Seahawk, the score to The Seahawk by Eric Korngold. And it's from like the 40s, but there's a re-recording from the 70s or something like that sounds really nice. But that's the kind of stuff I'll listen to for, to try to learn from and look at the scores, although I do it less than I should. Yeah, the Seahawk it's just amazing. It's very dramatic. It's very classic film scoring. Like it's not subtle. That's one of the things that I do think modern scoring has kind of, it's more nuanced in a, it's less in your face like, wow, now it's sad, now it's scary. It was more kind of on the nose back 50 years ago. But I kind of like that style. How long should this last? Yeah, the score's on YouTube. I would check it out for sure. Just the opening title, it's like it's just such a classic, and then it brings in the romantic theme. It's hard for me to not just stop what I'm working on and go listen to it. That was a big bunch of my inspiration for the seafaring music in Pocket Bard. Yeah, that score is super inspiring. What are some of my others? The Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars soundtrack, Knights of the Old Republic 2 by Mark Grisky. That's also on YouTube. That's beautiful. That's one of my favorite soundtracks. It's like super dark, and that's where I get a lot of my writing style from, like constant structured augmented chords. Like there's just it's so dark but so like haunting and beautiful. I highly recommend checking that out. It's also recorded with a live orchestra, which was awesome for a video game. Yeah, no problem. A little bit softer there. I gotta fix up this harp rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So this is an interesting rhythm on the harp here. It did it, because it's in triplets, but it's accenting every other note. So it kind of destabilizes the rhythm a little bit, but it keeps the motion going, but it destabilizes the straight triplet kind of feel. but that means it was kind of messy when I played it in. So we gotta get that more quantized. And I want to accent each first beat, or each beat. Too loud. So do I want to have it go back there and be even more unstable? Yeah. Close Encounters is a great soundtrack. These parts are always a little hard to clean up because the rhythm's a little weird. Yeah, the sound of the oboe makes you feel sentimental. Yeah, for sure. It's probably the mixture of, it's these high cellos. That's the like mixed with the clarinet probably and the flute probably. The high cellos kind of do that. Whenever there's an emotional moment. So there's like in the Star Wars, in the original one, episode 4, when Luke's parents get killed, spoiler alert, or not, his uncle and aunt, it plays the Force theme on the high cellos. When he's like looking out over the sunset and the like binary sunset part there, like an iconic moment. And I think that's an awesome moment musically. But yeah, the high cellos will really elicit that sense of kind of emotion and like emotional weight, because it's very dramatic up there. They can have a very kind of intense vibrato because it's very high up in their range. Alright, I gotta keep fixing up these cellos, or this harp. Let's So losing the... So we're going to change where the accent is here. And it's going to change up the rhythm a little bit. And then we... And then, but we should have this... because we already have that together there, probably gonna, that's where the next. There we go. It really sounds like this marimba's rushing, but okay, so I think we gotta have the harp back on the right beat. So we gotta bring this here. Sometimes we try to do some fun creative stuff, but it's just a little off. So I need to just kind of stabilize the rhythm here. So we're also going to need to make sure we're continuing the rhythm throughout here. Basically, we don't want to lose that momentum of that, like those triplets, especially as we're building into this next track, which starts like this. Yeah. And then this, we got to keep moving back. But this is the next track. I want to keep the timpani going here. So I think we want to So then we might as well voice lead this, starting with this here. And then let's have it actually not be on the Thank you. I'm glad you think so. So let's voice lead these chords here. Now let's bring in the maybe this should be on the cello actually. Yeah, I think the viola needs to be here. Tremolo cello maybe. I need a little bit more than that. Here we go. And I gotta make sure there's a little bit more vibrato on that because that was a little stale. Let's bring in the I think the violins need to be a bit higher. Maybe we could get away with another viola here. It's Divisi. There we go. And then let's double that with some woodwinds. So bassoon down with the cello. And then bring the clarinet in here too. Probably doubling. low clarinet here. And then maybe have the flute come in at the end. All right, I think it's about time for me to wrap up. Thanks for tuning in. We actually got a lot accomplished, including, not sure if you were here for this, but we had a part of this track that I was working on that I actually cut off because I felt like it was more villagey than forest, and that's this part here. So I'm going to continue that for when we get to the village. But other than that, let's listen through what we got here today, and then we're going to call it good. I'll hopefully get this track finished tomorrow. And again, this is the track that starts before it. Need some cleanup there. Thanks, I'm glad you like it so far. I'm pretty happy with it too. Doesn't always go this well. There was a session last week where I just didn't get that much done that I was hoping. But this one turned out well. And what I really wanted this piece to be was kind of a gap, bridging the gap between the track you just heard kind of before this and the next track, which I'll unmute, so you can hear how it's going to go into it. This will help create a much more smooth playlist. Sweet. Cool. So that's it for today. I'll be back on Thursday, and hopefully this week I'm actually going to be doing our first composing live stream over on our Discord. That might end up be next week. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the interaction. It's always helpful. Keeps me engaged. Keeps me from just kind of sitting here listening to the same thing over and over again. So I'll be live here on Thursday. if we're gonna do Discord, we'll probably announce on our social media at some point. And again, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here, and have a good rest of your evening.